You made it to this message because you took some time away from social media, spirituality, tarot readings, so you can detox and you can work on yourself, so you can clear your channel and kind of just reset. But when it comes to confirmations of your intuition, when it comes to finding out more information on what's going on in your love life, what's going on with your own intuition, confirmations of your dreams and your manifestations coming into fruition, tarot readings online, or just spirituality in general has served as a great place for you to go to get that type of insight. Even if you come back and forth for a little while, but you don't stay long and you pop in and you pop out, you can't deny that there has been some accuracy. Even if you hear a prediction and it doesn't happen right away, eventually it does happen. And when it does happen, you're like, oh shit, someone knew what they were talking about. And so you can't deny that something is accurate or something plays out the way it said it's going to play out. That someone's in tune with their intuition. And I feel like the second time you come around, if you're coming to this reading and this is like the second time around or so forth, you can kind of acknowledge that you get good advice or someone knows what they're talking about. Even if at times they may come off as detached, arrogant, or so forth. And Spirit's also showing me that this could be you. All right, you can be someone where you have to remain the most emotionally intelligent one. You have to remain a clear vessel and a clear channel for other people, to be a place, an unbiased place for other people to get advice from, whether you're a friend, whether you are an older sibling, you just come off as someone that's intelligent, or you know what you're talking about in the realm of love. Strong messages around love. And so I feel like someone is going to be paying it forward to you in some type of way as a way to say thank you. That's what I'm getting. They may not agree with your beliefs. They may not practice what you practice. But one thing they can't take from you is your intuition be on point. Your messages be on point. Whatever you're telling a person to do, to heal, to work on themselves, the advice you give, it be on point. And so respectfully, you are in a lane of your own. Clock it. All right, that's what's coming out in your reading. Confirmation that you are in a lane of your own and you are divinely guided. And so there are people that will come back and forth and be unsure if they should come or go or stay away or come back. And it's because they cannot deny that somebody talking to you, even if they feel like what you do is demonic or your methods are selfish. Self-care. So you have some people that are coming back towards you to be cooperative. They're not going to kiss your ass. That's what they're saying. I'm not going to kiss your ass. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. All right. But I'm not going to come back around this time self-righteous. So I feel like you come across a lot of self-righteous people that were turned off by you. They left as a way to kind of stand for something, right? Protest. I stand for something. I don't agree with your methods. I don't agree with how you do things. And so I'm going to detach. All right. Spirit told me to detach. Spirit told me to walk away from you because you are hurting me. Okay. You are taking my kindness for weakness. But I think if they came to that conclusion off of a general reading on YouTube, or someone told them that, I feel like the message wasn't for them. The confirmation wasn't for them. It was for whoever you are. You were being told to emotionally detach from feeling as if you have to overexert yourself, that you have to fix everybody, pray for everybody, want to see them do better, constantly show up for them. The message was for you. And it may have come through messages for other people, but really, whoever you are, it was a confirmation about knowing the intentions, making you aware that this level of consciousness, these people that you love, that you help, that you provide service to, they're flighty. They popcorn in and out. They're not really committed for real, for real. It's like childish, you know? And they're codependent. Hopeless romantic is what I'm picking up on. So they'll be interested in learning about emotional issues and getting advice about it in the event that you can confirm or guarantee that they'll get what they want out of the situation. Yeah, they'll listen to you. They'll do whatever you say do. I don't care if it's rubbing alcohol all over your body and that's going to attract your person. They'll do that shit. But I feel as if you weren't giving them that type of answers, or you weren't providing a remedy or something like that. There's something that somebody was expecting you to do because they can't get, their intuition is not revealing that much information to them on their own. So you're in this season of people being turned off by you, people coming and going. It's like traffic, you know. And you have new supportive connections coming in for you. You have people that are meant to be in your life for a minute that will be coming into your, like, a new community, a new support group. Because you're coming up as someone that's, and like you have some type of independently based business or something like that. Whoa, hold on. I heard new levels, new devils. So if you thought that was something, dealing with flaky, flighty people was a storm, prepare to walk into a shit show. Dark thoughts. Prepare to walk into a shit show. This next level of consciousness, it runs deep. Something runs deep. They gatekeep. They do not like to share. They are, I heard, pretentious. They do not like other people that do the same thing as them. They don't like to support other people. It's a very small clique. Very few friends. They are not religious. They do not believe in karma and expectation of a spiritual path. They do not believe in none of that bullshit. They don't believe that they have to give to get anything. These are takers. Okay, so you're about to walk into a realm where these people feel like the only real power is the power that you have right now, what you're capable of doing, who are you willing to, predators, who are you willing to take from in order to get where you want to go. And with contract in reverse, this is, I have no contract. I have no destiny. There's who gonna check me? Big egos. Who gonna check me? No motherfucking body. Materialism. Because this made me think of, with his hat and his jacket, it's giving like Oz, charlatan, magician. People that have skeletons in their closet. And typically people that have they compartmentalize. These will be people that compartmentalize things that have happened to them as a way to put that to the furthest part of their brain so they can focus on maintaining their power. These are power people in a position of power. They were willing to rob Peter to pay Paul, cut off the weakest link, dominate a situation, take from the weakest person to have this power. And so this level of consciousness is not going to be interested in anyone telling them that, oh, it's their destiny to do this, or, oh, it's prophecy to do that, and this is what's going to happen. It's like, fuck a prophecy, I am the only one. I'm the greatest of all time. I am the one, or something like that. So it's giving me very big egos. Oh, it's not a wanderer. It's like someone that, a level of people that were exiled from being a part of anything. And so they had to go out there and make it their own and get power themselves. And they got power not so they can go back and prove their worth to anyone, but so they can conquer. And when people ask them, who gives you the right to do this? Who gives you the right to be in control of that, or X, Y, and Z? They're like, there is no circle of life. That's just a pretty way of making it sound more likable to people that want to feel like there's checks and balances. It's either there's power or no power. And so dealing with people that are fickle, they go back and forth, they love you one minute and they hate you another, that level of consciousness would be like the debris around the storm. Before you even get to the storm of where you're headed, these people would have been the ones that were throwing intentions at you. They were the ones that were being used by those in power to make you question yourself if you really want to be here. It's like a hazing, People are used as weapons. Okay? And that's why the intention was back and forth. It was to test you. And so with there being so many intentions being thrown at you, if you were to not make it through the hazing period of what it means to be a solo artist, what it means to be a creative, what it means to activate your 11th house, then you wouldn't be ready for how bad it really gets. How bad can it be? I'm just living out my destiny. Yes. And so there were situations as you were going through this, as you were entering the atmosphere of new tax brackets, the atmosphere of new business deals, new collaborations, meeting new people, connecting with a certain level or vibration, you had to meet adversity. And I feel like that's the adversity that came with it. And it was to test you to see if you were ready. Because you have to be emotionally intelligent and have something grounding you as the person to go into these spaces and places with people and be aware of people in their power trip and not lose yourself in the process. And I feel like that's exactly what was happening, especially on technology, social media, the internet. You have to be emotionally detached to stand 10 toes down and on business when it comes to why you're even putting out content, why you are even doing whatever it is you're doing. You got to know your why, because there will be a lot of good and a lot of bad people. And so the ones that are typically used to attack you are going to be the people that they have no morale, So here you are coming to situations as Mr. and Mrs. Morale, where you're trying to remain devoted in your purpose and your belief systems, and the people that are, projecting their intentions towards you, they have no morale. They don't go by any rules. So here you are pretty much saying, hey, this is what worked for me. This is how I remain who I am in a certain environment. And because they can't do it, then it's like it'll be a mirror. And so that where you're going, those levels, those people in power use the people that do not have control over their own vessel as a mirror to look and see who's trying to come up in this area, who's trying to come up in that area. And they help the people in power keep up with who's up and coming in an industry or whatever. Because we have creative. Okay, so you could be artists, content creators, or whatever it is that you're doing. And so now you're about to start attracting this new vibration of people. And the people in power just wanted to make sure that before they let you connect with this vibration, that you're not going to be trying to convert anyone, or, before they collaborate with you, before they connect with you, that you're not going to be trying to expose anyone, convert anyone, or push your agenda on a frequency that they have already fine-tuned. So it's like they definitely do a great job at making sure whoever's in this group or crowd or frequency, that they all understand that the people that are in power work really hard to make sure that the citizens or the social classes in that tax bracket, they get to have rainbows and lollipops. And that's the only thing you're allowed to give them, is rainbows and lollipops. All that other stuff, that's not what they are seeking. That's not what they want. So, even if you see shit, like someone cheating on someone, even if you witness something, even if you know what's happening behind closed doors, or you can see it, and you can see what a person's intentions are, how they're manipulating the situation, as far as they're concerned, that's not your business. So stay out of places and spaces where you don't want to know how they really get down just to get by. Okay? So I definitely feel like you have been let in. You have, according to the universe, you have passed the hazing period of a situation. And it's real. Yeah, the King of Wands. You've passed a hazing period. So you're definitely in. You're in it, you're initiating it or something like that, whether you know it or not. And the type of support that's about to be rolling out to you, it is a direct confirmation of the whatever group, whatever is running the show. Okay. And so they have pretty much all decided, right? They all drank from this cup. And they've all decided, hear ye, this day. If you don't want to go back to the prior level of consciousness, or you don't want to go back to where you came from, I suggest you play by the rules of this frequency. This frequency has new rules. And so they're going to give you the rundown of who these people are, who the important people are, what roles they play. Their energy is already sits at positions of power. They host events. They do different things. They meet and greet. Okay, which means you're going to start getting invitations, having deals, and being able to connect with certain people. Yeah, because there's going to be those that are coming to get, that are consumers, okay? And the people that are consumers, it's like they're saying those consumers need to have a healthy, it's like they need to have a healthy transition. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, because we have the cup in reverse. So cup in reverse is pretty much saying that this is the energy exchange. It's a mutual understanding of an energy exchange. There are people that look up, that look forward to the opportunity to be invited to these places, spaces, events, and things like that. And they are well aware of the sacrament that they are participating in. And so just because you know what happens behind closed doors does not mean that those people need you to save them. That's what I heard. Ace of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups. They are aware that when they leave the bar, when they leave the party, leave the event, they will be depleted. They will be tired. They'll probably sleep it off, and it'll take time for them to get their energy back up. But this is like Dracula. Dracula was more like a lone one, you know, or something like that. It's giving Twilight, you know, how when they went to like certain parts of the world, they had like they would have night parties or different things like that, or day parties or whatever, and it would be like humans and vampires, you know. And they were willing participants. That's what I'm seeing here. And like they didn't know. Well, actually, I think that was on Interview with the Vampire. Yeah, they didn't know that they were more of them like all over the world, but there was. And so in exchange for their sacrifice, whatever it is, their sacrifice, energy, time, you know, experience is an experience. A lot of them are just coming there for an experience, and in exchange for that experience, everyone goes home happy. But the bottom of the line, they go back home, is what they're saying. And I feel like I'm channeling for the powers that are in control, that want you to be aware of how they roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is. That's just how we roll. And so, yeah, in this organization, the way it's in this paradigm, however it works, they have one rule: you do not turn on your own. You do not, like once you're in, you're in. Ten of Swords in reverse. Y'all don't betray each other. Y'all don't lie to each other. Y'all keep it honest. That's the only request. You can have whatever you want, whatever the light touches, but do not lie and do not steal. Do not betray. Do not take. Do not try to force certain beliefs, traditions, and things like that, and you will thrive. You'll thrive. You will be successful. You'll be a star. Okay, clock it. If you're a doctor, like you may get hired to be like in a private sector. Because here's what it is. You can see the unconscious motives of another person. You can see the unconscious motives of both parties involved. And so if you're a mature friend and you're an emotionally mature person, whatever your role is or your position is, you are meant to be an observer and to be an unbiased channel for all parties involved. Like Rafiki. Rafiki, once again, he knew when the ground was going to shake, but he did not shift the tides, and he did not influence either energy to either way. There was no good or bad. It was what it was. Five of Swords. And that's kind of like your role as an independent contractor, as an independent advisor, as someone that advises kings and queens, royals. You're an observer. So those, whatever you went through in the past, you had to master emotional intelligence. So no matter what you see, you wouldn't lose your shit. And that may be why as well you went through highs and lows, ups and downs with family, with trying to make it in your own industries and things like that, was to prepare you for, and a lot of times people will say, like, that's the problem with the world. They're just as guilty by association and X, Y, and Z. You don't ever know what a person's role is in a situation. And if people aren't put in places where they can even observe something, then we would never know, right? So it's kind of like there are eyes and ears everywhere. This could be the dark web as well. You're about to see, like, you're about to get confirmation. Something is about to be revealed to you through a person. Eyes are the windows to the soul. You're about to see the origin of everything. You're about to see where the true power lies. Where the energy comes from. The false illusion of the sun and why it was given to a certain level of consciousness to begin with. It was intentional. All right? And so whatever you speculated, whatever you thought, you are accurate. Yeah, because there's something to do with charts, stats, different things like that. And when you've seen what someone has seen, when you've seen what someone else has seen their whole life, you'll better understand why someone isn't religious, or why they don't subscribe to a certain belief system, why they don't pray, why they don't do certain things, because they know something about the power of storytelling and the purpose that it has served. And so this person wants you to see for yourself why. I think why they prefer to live a simple life, but they also do not subscribe to like destiny and certain narratives, because they feel like it's a part of, I heard, the meat factory contract in reverse. There is no lottery. There is no this or that, heaven or hell, good or bad, whatever. Present power. It's just those in power. Three of Cups. This person's been there. They've seen a lot. They know everything. And then this person's going to give you a clear channel. They can't say it to you, but you're going to have a clear channel through them. So whatever that they were doing to keep you from seeing what they've been hiding from you, or what they don't want you to see, they're just opening up their brain, their intelligence to you, and allowing you to see why they are the way that they are. You had to, it's like, why they may also want you to know why they wanted you to like get something out of your system. Some type of reckless, rebellious energy doesn't end well in certain rooms and spaces with people. It's a real thing. Four of Coins, like completely making you like setting intentions to make you come to an understanding on your own of the Hangman energy. You had to have a perspective shift to exist in someone's world. Eight of Coins. In order for it to work, they needed you to have a perspective shift. Or otherwise you would be unhappy and you would look at something in one way if you haven't had that perspective shift. And so I do feel as if this person directly was like sending you back. or pushing you back or delaying you. And the reason why they were delaying you or pushing you back is because they wanted you to have a perspective shift about what it is, whatever industry, whatever they do, whatever their belief system is. So before you're around these people, before you are in these, you're going to these events with this person or whatever, that you're aware. Especially if you were extreme in the context of where from your perspective it's like, well, just be done with it or just stop. But there's so much to the whole picture that you don't understand. It's like it's blood in, blood out. There is nowhere to hide in so many words. Don't be tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party. Because in the event that this person is booked, busy, or they have to leave and like go to work or go to interview or go do something, they would be essentially leaving you with other people sometimes. And they don't want to have to hide you. And they don't want you to be unhappy either. Where you're overthinking and you're asking yourself, well, what does that mean for you? Does that mean that you're this or you're that? Or, does that mean that this person just bought you or something? And, and then if you see something that you don't like, you'll end up leaving anyway and being like, you know what? I don't want to live this life. 8 of Swords. I feel like I'm going to be trapped to this. I don't agree with it. I want to go back to old familiar connections because this is scary. This is wrong. And your belief systems reaffirms what you should be afraid of. And so sometimes our belief systems that we're conditioned to have from a young age will literally be the reason why you don't want success in a certain area of life and you don't even know it, why you don't want attention, why you don't want, it's like, oh my God, I can't have that much money, or oh my God, I can't receive this much, this is too much for me. You know what I'm saying? And so versus seeing it as you deserve it, it's like those conditions literally have conditioned a lot of people to believe small, to think small, and to believe that they should only have a certain amount, otherwise they have too much. But it's coming from a fear of a fear that's conditioned and programmed for young, that it's a bad thing to want more than what your lot affords you, even if it comes vicariously through a partner. It's like, oh no, I shouldn't be with someone out of my league or something like that, Those are limited belief systems given to certain people. So I could clearly see what's happening here is you are, those rose-colored glasses, the illusion, the spell, you're free from it. You're entering a new tax bracket. And you have been found and passed many trial and error and tests that proves that you are a trustworthy person. With a wealth of knowledge, you are very caring, you do give good advice, and you have no desire to try to control people. And so it's like you're You're not a know-it-all, and you're willing to learn. Something about you're willing to learn the ropes of how things go. Justice. Some of you could be in law school. I don't know if this is witness protection. But I do feel like you're going to be able to keep some secrets. Yeah, this was about, you know, being able to trust that you can keep some secrets. Projects that are happening. You had to be tested with some type of information to see what you would do with it. You know? When this person has tested someone else in the past, it didn't go so well. 6 of Coins is pretty much saying that they were scared. Seeing behind the scenes of a situation scared someone in the past. And I think this person is ready to, you know, cut their losses. And I feel like their losses is like whatever didn't work in the past, it wasn't meant to work out. There's no need pining over that. As for when it comes to you, one of the biggest thoughts that they may have had was that you would you wouldn't want to be supported by this person. You wouldn't want to need this person. And I think they're no longer afraid of that. With the 10 of Wands, this person feels like you've accepted something. Like, you're ready. That's all I'm getting. That you're ready. You accepted something. You're ready to be a star, to be in a position you can handle it or something like that. You're ready for the next level. And I think you may not even know who this person is, but this is someone that has the power to say who does or doesn't make it in a certain area. And they test people with bad habits to see if they're willing to sacrifice the bad habits, bad belief systems, or things that hinder them in order to go where they need to go in life. So we have ain't shit. We have hunted in reverse. Clout hungry. Say anything, does anything, make shit up, dramatic. I don't know who this is. But I do feel as if this person has a reputation. Whoever this person is, they have a reputation of, or you have a reputation, or someone is saying this about you, that you're clout hungry or something like that. Someone could be saying that about you. I don't feel like it's this person, but I feel like someone else is. Like pretty much calling you a rat or an informant, and that they shouldn't deal with you. And I feel like this person is saying, no, I believe this person has worked on their traumas. They've worked on their side effects. And so They took you through a bunch of situations, laid out the map for you, and see if you would like pass all the tests. Because in this picture they're tracing. So a tattoo is also saying like branding, swearing in, being initiated. But even though these people don't like you, or there's certain people that don't like you, you're still in, is what I heard. And they're going to watch you to make sure that they're going to watch you to make sure that you don't get out of line, or something about, they pretty much telling someone like, I'm still going to watch this person to make sure that they don't trip up, slip up. And so they pretty much will watch you less if you are connected to someone where it's like the only people that they let get past security are like groupies or people that are starstruck. Those are the ones that they're not checking their purse, or they're not checking us or patting them down. So we have into you. And so if people think that about you, they're like, cool, no problem. Cool, no problem. It's like, I'll be that. That's what I'm hearing. They'll be that. That's exactly where, yep, you're right. Because someone's saying that about like, oh, all you want to do is be with this person and they're clout hungry and they'll say and do anything to get with you. And this person's like, yeah, but you don't know them like I know, viewer. You don't know them. But they're calling you your bad news, your bad reputation. And this is not for you to go into any situation looking around the room like, I know everybody don't like me, but this is ultimately saying that someone has great vibes with you. They have good chemistry, and them thinking or perceiving you to be negative keeps them from trying to dig. So I don't know what happened, but my battery died or something happened. Either way, let's get your closing message. I almost left it just like that, but I was like, don't be lazy. So we have employment change. Come through, Spirit, with the confirmations. What does it say? Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. I hope whoever this is for, that it gives you the nudge and the confirmation that you need to continue moving forward. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.